Please show your support by liking the video and sharing your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one of them. Thank you. I always believed Saturdays were the calmest days of the week, the kind that feel suspended in time, where nothing urgent exists and life seems soft around the edges. That morning, sunlight slipped gently through the curtains while my wife, Leora, hummed in the kitchen as she brewed coffee. Her voice had that peaceful lilt people get when they feel completely at ease. I remember watching her and thinking how fortunate I was. 6 years married, and although life had its rough edges, our routine felt solid and safe. But the comfort of routine can fracture quickly. Safety can disappear with one unexpected interruption. At 10:12 a.m., my phone rang. I almost ignored it, assuming it was just a scam call. But something, maybe the unfamiliar number, maybe instinct, made me answer. The moment I heard the man's voice, something inside me snapped like dry wood.
"Kale," he said.
"You don't know me, but you need to hear this." I stepped into the hallway, away from the clinking of mugs and Leora's quiet humming. "Who is this?" "My name is Rowan. I'm calling about your wife." My chest tightened. "What about her?" He let out a shaky breath, like he hated the words he was about to say. "I thought she ended things. I thought it was done. But she reached out again last night.
"Told me she misses me."
Said choosing marriage instead of us was a mistake." My stomach dropped. "What are you talking about?" There was a long pause, long enough to feel like cruelty. "We were together before you, and after you. I thought you knew." For several seconds, I didn't even breathe. My pulse thundered in my ears, and the hallway suddenly felt suffocating. Rowan continued, his voice unsteady. "I'm not trying to hurt you. I just can't be her secret anymore. I'm done." I don't remember ending the call. I don't remember lowering the phone. I only remember standing there, frozen, as the life I thought I had buckled silently underneath me. I heard Leora's footsteps approach. "Who was that?" she asked softly. I turned and looked at her, really looked at her. The lilac sweater, the loose hair, the gentle expression that seemed incapable of harm. "Who is Rowan?" The way her face drained of color answered me before her voice could. Her mouth opened, closed, opened again. "Kale, please." "It's not." I lifted a hand, not in anger, just exhaustion. "I'm not going to yell. Just tell me the truth." Her eyes filled instantly. "It was years ago," she whispered. "Before we got married. I ended it. I promise."
"He says you didn't," I said.
"He says it continued." She wiped her tears with her sleeve. "It shouldn't have. It was weakness. A mistake. But I ended it last year." My stomach twisted. "Last year?" She flinched like hearing the words hurt her too. "I'm so sorry, Kale." I leaned against the wall behind me, needing something solid to hold me up. "Were you ever going to tell me?" She gave the smallest shake of her head. I thought I could bury it. I thought if I focused on us, it would fade. But betrayal doesn't fade. It sits. It waits. It changes shape. I didn't shout. I didn't throw anything. I simply walked past her, slowly, into the living room and forced myself to breathe like someone still trying to think clearly. She followed, hesitant. "Kale, say something." My eyes landed on the suitcase by the coat rack, the one she'd used the previous weekend to visit her sister. Something so ordinary now felt like evidence. I turned to her, and the words rose out of a place in me I didn't know existed. "Pack your things." She froze. "What?" "I need space," I said quietly. "And I need honesty. You're going to stay with your sister for a while." Her breath wavered. "Please don't do this. We can talk. We can fix it."
"We will talk," I said.
"Later. When I can look at you without hearing another man's voice in my head." She tried to step closer, but I moved back. She covered her mouth with her hand as though trying to hold her sobs inside. Then she nodded and turned away. I watched her gather her belongings, slowly, like she was packing away pieces of the life we'd built. 20 minutes later, she stood at the door with her suitcase. She reached toward me, but let her hand fall. "I love you, Kale," she whispered. "I've always loved you." I said nothing. I didn't trust my voice not to break apart. When she left, the house collapsed into silence. I sat on the couch replaying everything, trying to understand how truth and deception had slipped so easily into the same space without me ever noticing. Hours passed before I finally picked up my phone and called someone I hadn't spoken to in years, someone whose voice always brought both comfort and ache. My older sister, Celine. She answered immediately. "Kale, what's wrong?" "No," I said. "I'm not okay." I told her everything, every word, every cut, every tremor in my chest. She listened the way she always had, quietly, without judgment. When I finished, she said, "Come stay with me for a few days. Don't stay there alone." I exhaled shakily. Yeah, maybe I should. As I grabbed my keys and jacket, I glanced at the empty space where Leora's suitcase had been. Somehow, the absence felt heavier than her presence. My life wasn't ruined. My marriage might even survive. But trust, once cracked, echoes for a long time. And that Saturday, with one phone call, those echoes had only just begun.